Hey everyone, thanks for clicking this video. Welcome back to the self-learning corner. If you people are new here, then welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the previous year MCQs of UGC NET COMMERCE exam. And here I have taken the questions PYQs from the June 2012 exam. So let's begin the session. First question: which of the following is not a restricted random sampling technique? Options are stratified sampling, simple random sampling, systematic sampling, and multi-stage sampling. So, the techniques of sampling mainly includes two categories. First one is probability sampling or random sampling, and the second one is non-probability sampling or non-random sampling. And while we are taking the probability sampling, we know we have another two classifications. In that, first one is simple or unrestricted random sampling, and the next thing, restricted random sampling. So at first sight, we know that here the answer is simple random sampling because all other options are restricted random sampling. Anyway, stratified sampling means that it is a technique that divides the elements of the population into small subgroups, which means strata. All people in a sampling frame are divided into stratas. And a strata means groups or categories. And here entire population is divided or subdivided into groups on the basis of homogeneity. And also within each stratum, a simple random sample or a systematic sample is selected. And that is more important here. And we need to have prior information about the population here to create subgroups. And this sampling ensures greater accuracy, and stratified samples are more representative and everything. And simple random sampling means that every element has an equal chance of getting selected to be the part of sample. That means in each and every item of population or universe has an equal and independent chance of being included in the sample. And also random sampling ensures the law of statistical regularity, which means that if a sample is chosen randomly, then the sample will have the same characteristics as in the universe. That's the thing. And it is mainly used when we don't know any prior information about the target population. And also this thing is suitable where the population is relatively small and where sampling frame is completely up to date. And systematic sampling is a probability sampling method where researchers select a number of the population at a regular interval, or we can say it involves ordering of the universe. The ordering may be alphabetical, numerical, geographical, and any other basis. Mainly, it is really similar to simple random sampling method, but instead of selecting random numbers from tables, we move through list or we move through a sample frame, picking every nth name. Like for example, by selecting every 15th person on a list of the population. And if the population is in a random order, this can imitate the benefits of simple random sampling. And in multi-stage sampling means that multi-stage cluster sampling actually. Cluster sampling means that when we use this cluster sampling where there is no satisfactory sampling frame is available and we need to construct a list. And under this method, the population or universe is divided into a number of clusters or large groups. And after forming clusters, a few sample clusters are selected by using this unrestricted sampling method. And these clusters are called primary sampling units. And while we are talking about multi-stage cluster sampling, in the first stage, the initial clusters are randomly selected. And they are called primary sampling units. Then in second stage, here we have another stage, that is second stage. A random sample is set up within the selected primary sampling units, and it is known as multi-stage cluster sampling. Anyway, here they have asked about which one of the following is not a restricted random sampling, and here the answer is simple random sampling. And the next question: Carl Pearson's coefficient of correlation between two variables is dash. First option, the product of their standard deviation. Second option, the square root of their product of the regression coefficients. And third option, the covariance between the variables, and none of the above. And here we know that Carl Pearson's coefficient of correlation between two variables is the square root of the product of the regression coefficients. We have regression coefficients, then we can find out the correlation, Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient of correlation, while using these regression coefficients, because Carl Pearson's coefficient of correlation between two variables is the square root of their product of their regression coefficients. So here the answer is this, option number B. And the third question, classification of respondents only on the basis of gender is an application of. Options are ordinal scale, nominal scale, interval scale, and ratio scale. And here we know the answer is nominal scale, because classification of respondents only on the basis of gender. Okay, nominal scales means that it is simply a system of assigning number symbols to events. For what? In order to just label them. And it is just a qualitative information, that means classified by name only. And so here the classification is based of just gender, and there is not measuring the data, and there is not ranking the data, just naming it on the basis of gender. And here the answer is nominal scales actually. And ordinal scale means order, which is defined as a variable measurement scale which is mainly used to order of the variables. And here we are not doing the difference or find out the difference between each of these variables, just order. These scales are generally used to depict the frequency, satisfaction, happiness, etc. It is a ranking scale. The ordinal scale places events in order, ranking. And interval scales is known as the cardinal level of measurement actually. And interval scales add information about the distance between ranks. But in this scale, we cannot multiply or divide interval scale data. And it is a scale of measurement in which the intervals between numbers on the scale are all equal in size. That is really important. And ratio scale means it is the highest measurement scale, because all forms of arithmetic operations can be done with this scale, and distance, tons of weight, number of people are examples. And so here the classification of respondents only on the basis of gender is an application of nominal scale is the correct answer. And the next question is, statistical software packages for research in social science include SPSS, Stata, Minitab, and all of the above. And here the answer is all of the above. That means SPSS, Stata, Minitab, all these things can be used for statistical software packages for research in social sciences. SPSS, the full form of SPSS is Statistical Package for Social Sciences. It is a powerful statistical tool because we can use this to analyze data, evaluate a data, and monitor a data. We can draw insights. A lot of statistical analysis we can perform with this SPSS. And Stata means is a complete integrated software package that mainly provides data manipulation, visualization, and statistics and automated reporting. And Minitab is which is also used for data analysis, and it is widely used in variety of industries, includes healthcare, manufacturing, and education. And with the help of this, we can also perform the statistical analysis, includes hypothesis testing, regression, and ANOVA and everything. And here we can use all of this for in social science research. And the fifth question is, test is used to test the significance of the difference between or among two sample mean, more than two sample mean, and variance of two samples. And here the answer is option number D, that is both B and C. So if test can be used to test the variance of two samples and more than two sample mean. Actually, it is used by a researcher in order to carry out the test for the equality of two population variances. If a researcher wants to test whether or not two independent samples have drawn from a normal population with the same variability, then he generally employs f-test. That means f-test is used to test the significance of differences between the variances of two samples. To test whether or not two independent samples have been drawn from a normal population or not. And for getting more videos like this, and if you have enjoyed this video and if you need more videos like this, then click on the like and subscribe buttons. And thank you for watching this video.